Hello there and welcome. Google I/O took place this week, which, if you don't know, is the annual event where they announce their latest developments and products. This time they showcased their new image and video generation models, real-time translation in Google Meet, AI shopping features like Try It Out, and much more. What I want to cover specifically though in this video are the tools that will revolutionize education, research, and personal learning. So let's dive into how these new capabilities might reshape our approach to learning. Imagine you're tackling a complex new subject. Perhaps it's quantum computing, or the intricacies of ancient history, or even just trying to get your head around a dense academic paper. Traditionally, you'd start by gathering resources, reading through them, taking notes, and trying to piece it all together. With something like Gemini 2.5 Pro, the process can look quite different. You could begin by simply asking a series of questions, the very things you're curious or confused about. What are the fundamental principles of X? How does Y relate to Z? Can you explain concepts A in simple terms? And so on. The AI can then take these queries, and instead of just giving you a list of links, it can help you generate a comprehensive document. This might be a structured study guide, a step-by-step tutorial, or a detailed breakdown of the content, all formatted in a way that you find most accessible. Perhaps you learn best with bullet points, or maybe a Q&A format, or even a narrative explanation. The idea is to create a personalized learning resource crafted on the fly. But it doesn't stop there. Once you have this base document, this repository of knowledge you're working with, Gemini offers some rather clever create functionalities. Stuck on a particular section, you could ask it to generate a quiz to test your understanding of key concepts. This isn't just a generic quiz, it's tailored to the material you've been exploring. And here's where it gets even more interesting for different learning preferences. We're seeing the ability to generate audio overviews. Think of it as a personalized podcast episode, summarizing the key points of your document, explaining complex ideas in an auditory format. This is brilliant for when you're on the go or simply you want to absorb information better by listening. You could have your study notes transformed into a digestible audio brief to listen on your commute.
Absolutely. Yeah. What started out, relatively simple, crafting web pages, has really transformed. It's this whole complex landscape now of libraries, frameworks, all trying to streamline how we build sophisticated web apps.
Now, something that was demoed and poised for release in the coming months is the concept of video overviews. This takes the audio summary a step further. Imagine a dynamic, video-enriched presentation of your material, almost like having an AI generate a lecture with accompanying slides, visual aids, and key text callouts.
So Gemini 2.5 Pro is really turning heads. It's now a world leader on some key benchmarks, like WebDev Arena and LMA Arena.
This could be incredibly engaging, offering a multi-sensory learning experience that caters to visual and auditory learners alike. It's a glimpse into a future where learning materials are not just static, but are actually generated and adapted to your needs. Imagine a college student who missed a particular lecture, but has access to the study notes. You could simply upload the notes, add anything else that might be relevant, and have the whole thing transformed into an engaging presentation and a quiz. So while Gemini 2.5 Pro offers this broad, all-encompassing approach, Google has also a more specialized tool called NotebookLM, which is specifically geared towards research and learning when you already have the source material. Let's say you're a student with a stack of lecture notes, research papers, and textbook chapters for an upcoming exam, or a researcher with a collection of academic articles. NotebookLM allows you to upload all these sources, and we're talking a significant number of documents. It then becomes your interactive research assistant for that specific dataset. You can ask nuanced questions about the uploaded content. What are the common themes in these 3 papers, for example? Summarize the key arguments from Lecture 5, find all mentions of a specific theory across all the documents and explain the different interpretations. It keeps track of all your sources, allowing you to easily verify information and delve deeper into the original texts. And much like the broader Gemini capabilities, NotebookLM also offers features like generating an audio overview based on your uploaded sources and your interactions with them. So you could have a podcast specifically summarizing your own curated research library. The distinction is quite useful. If you're exploring a new topic and need to gather and synthesize information from a wider web, the main Gemini application is probably your go-to. But if you have a defined set of documents you need to deeply understand and work with, NotebookLM offers a much more focused and powerful environment for that specific task. It's about providing the right tool for the job. So what does this all mean for the future? It seems like we're moving towards a far more interactive, personalized, and dynamic model of learning and research. AI isn't just a search engine anymore. It's becoming a collaborator, a tutor, a research assistant, and much more. The ability to transform information across different formats, from text to quiz, to audio, to video, caters to diverse learning styles and needs in a way that static textbooks or pre-recorded lectures simply can't. It empowers learners to take control, to ask their own questions, and to have content reshaped in a way that makes the most sense to them. For researchers, the ability to quickly synthesize vast amounts of information, identify connections, and get summaries of dense material could significantly accelerate the pace of discovery. Of course, these models aren't flawless. They're extremely impressive, don't get me wrong, but I think they're only as good as the data that they have been trained on or have available to them at the time of use. Over time though, with more powerful models and agentic capabilities, these products will become so good that education will become unrecognizable from today. Everyone will have access to the best personalized teacher available to them 24/7. And while AI brings its own set of uncertainties around employment and the future more generally, I'm personally really excited at the prospect that anyone willing to learn a topic can have the best possible resource available to them. By the way, speaking of resources, I've just created my own AI content creation assistant app, which is either releasing in the coming days or will be out by the time you're watching this video. If you're curious about how you can create YouTube videos more easily or up your content creation game overall, check out this demo video and the links are in the description. Thanks for watching, and as usual, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below what you think about AI and the possibilities. Are you excited or worried? And if you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate if you could like and subscribe. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.